you'll hear in Mpo's story just now, how the hardships that life had given her made her a wonderful travel consultant and tourism entrepreneur. But anyway, enough about Mpo. Let's talk about Werner a little bit more. What do my clients expect of me? I know people want easy answers. They want the best guaranteed recipe for success. But what I do is the red and blue ball. I coach my startup clients and customers to expect the red and blue ball from me, and for me to keep the ball in their court. So the ball is in your court. It's your ball. It's your business. It's your life. And I know that what's happened to you in life, what you're able to do, your gifts, your talents, your character, your ideas is enough for what your next step should be. So that's me putting the ball in your court. So that's also what my clients come to expect of me. Which channels do I use to get, keep, and grow my client base? Well, I'm incredibly, I love conversation so much. So word of mouth as a channel, checking in with people, having coffee, having red wine, and in the era of Zoom, we can have red wine in coffee mugs and nobody knows. And it's, we save on the dishes as well. So word of mouth, very strong with me. I also have social media and web presence and so on, generating content, vlogging, blogging, and audio, podcast, etc. However, my main aim is on person to person. So online, face to face, wherever I am required to facilitate startup processes. All right. Key activities for me. Well, I can always decide. There are two main routes of creative activities for an entrepreneur, as for any artist. The one is to create, to keep improving your product and your service. The other one is to comply with legislation, with whatever other structures you've built around you, finances, admin, etc., etc. So I've made a very strong decision in my life, and that is to say that I will do the creating, the innovating, that I have something to give when I'm called upon to inspire startup conversations. So most of my days are spent in either in creating content or in creative conversation like this one. And then I delegate. I've got collaborators for the admin side. I've transitioned my entire financial reality into the cloud. All my business admin integrated on the cloud, and I can take my phone right now and have a look at the financial dashboard of my totality. In other words, so this is me keeping my eye on the ball. The red side of the ball, which is my creativity, creative practice, ideas, helping startups to be inspired and to focus on what their next step is. And then, of course, my ability to convert that to cash. So create and innovate, very important in terms of my key activities. Key resources is learning and canvases. I take blank canvases into my man cave, aka home office, every day. So the key resources are the learning and the canvases, the material there. I've got collaborators as key external partners. Collaborators, and my mentors, my coaches, vocal coaching, creative writing, development as a professional. I've got a wonderful array of people whom inspire me to allow me to develop content that can inspire others. And of course, if you look at on the right hand side of from value propositions to customer client segments, including revenue streams and pricing, I charge per event, per hour, per day for my time. And then sometimes I have content that I can ask money for in terms of my revenue streams. Pricing is very important, that we get pricing right. It's not always easy with a startup to price right, to get into the market that people start buying. So specific focus on pricing. It's become easier for me since focusing away from all 6 or 7 types of coaching that I used to do into startup coaching. It's become much more simplified, that specialism thing. Cost structure, bottom left, cost structure is what we use to build and operate the business. Let's just say build, operate, and grow the business. Okay. I want to remind you, I've set a reminder for myself to ask questions if you need to, because that'll give me a moment to drink water, which I've just snuck into the conversation. All right. So the cost structure, that's basically what you build, operate, and grow your business with. Your revenue streams is the result of me offering my value proposition to my market. And that's the entire story of my business. That's my business model. I spent a little bit more time, but I mean, I can do this in 60 to 90 seconds, which is the elevator speech magical time. So invitation for you is to download the resources from the business model canvas creators, from the show note links, from the class note links, and start working the business model canvas for the idea that's in front of you. And we'll talk about testing the idea in a moment. I